But liberals are not willing to start with the assumption that all people are more or less the same across the board and will behave the same in similar circumstances.
Well, quote liberals, and I say quote liberals. I mean, the one thing I would disagree. I don't know if the positions that we have are really leftist. I would say they're center left. They're not on that. I mean, when you have 60+% of people in favor for eliminating college debt, in favor of Medicare for all, in favor of the Green New Deal or something better, et cetera, et cetera. All of these so-called left-wing ideas, if you're getting 60 or 70% support time and again for the last 4 or 5 years, I don't see how you can say that that's really leftist. I mean, people say this is a center-right country. No, I think ultimately we have probably a moderate to center-left country. The problem is the center-left, they don't want to stand up. Whatever you can say about the Donald Trumps or about racists or the Tucker Carlson, these guys don't give a fuck. And you just look at someone like Biden. He's done the minimum that he needs to do to appeal to classical liberals or whatnot. But now with this budget stuff, he should just fucking go to reconciliation. Fuck this shit. We're going to do this. But liberals don't want to upset the apple cart, or people, they don't want to see, not that Biden is really a liberal, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to upset people. They don't want to make the big systemic changes that are needed. And we can talk all about racism, but one of the things that's I don't want to get off on global warming. You just see, I mean, no matter what's going on, they're not taking it seriously. They don't take it seriously, and anyway.
I don't think just it's a short aside, but I think people are really kind of underestimating what's happening, collectively, right? So like the Paris Accords were supposed to be this kind of it's this like opt-in system that does the bare minimum. Last time that I checked, I think countries have hit like 10% of their milestones. So literally like nothing is happening, right? 10% is nothing. And people don't understand what this really means. Like to live in a 4 degrees of warming means, again, everything south of Montreal is an uninhabitable desert, with the exception of Patagonia or some shit like that. People don't really get that, or what needs to be done, right, for that to actually be averted.
Take a look. Talk about white privilege. I saw something just 2 or 3 days ago. That idiot Elon Musk, who's been sending himself into space, he's more concerned with he said something literally that he just had a baby with his girlfriend, that we need more people on this planet. This is the only kind of thing that some detached white supposed liberal thinker could think of, that any real climate scientist will tell you one of the biggest things we could do is to reduce population. It was 3 billion 50 years ago when they talked about the population explosion. Here it is, over 2.5 times many people on the planet, and they're still not taking it seriously. Now, it's true that scientific projections say 20 to 40 billion people could survive on this planet if everything was run well, if things were equally distributed. Mm-hmm. But because of bigotry, we don't have that. We have you can't have the rest of the world get up to our standard the way we live so wastefully here in this country. That will just destroy the planet. And it may not make it Venus, but it could very well do it. But we don't plan about it. We don't care about it. People like Musk, they live in this fantasy world. California should be borrowing from Israeli technology and desalinating water. But anyway, these are not the focus of what I wanted to talk about. It's more the Makaya thing.